Hello Leo, and welcome to your Astroflower weekly reading going from the 26th of June through to the 2nd of July. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you have a lovely reading. Thank you very much for supporting this channel, very much appreciated. Yes, let's just see what's going on with your overall energy. The evident path. You're coming up to your birthday season, so this is what you're going to be concentrating on. And the overall energy is helping you to do that. In the last 3 months before your birthday, it's equivalent of your own personal autumn. Regardless of when you're born in the year, in the seasons of the earth. And as you're in your personal autumn, we reflect on, things tend to come up about reflecting on what we did last year, what we did well, what we didn't do well, etc. And also working out what we would like to do in the going future. And here I think the overall energy is really trying to get you to sort of concentrate on that. Out of all those cups there is actually only one cup that is hugely vibrant in the middle, let's put it that way. And that is your evident path. So it's a little bit like following your heart in a way. You might have lots of possibilities at the moment, and you probably may not be able to see the definitive answer this week, but it's certainly opening up the debate within you. So let's just see what's going on your relationship sides, your karmic path on your relationship side. You have the Two of Cups. This is really beautiful. So basically, it could be getting together with someone else, really combining your heart's desires, that evident path that I was talking about. This could be your heart's desires and connecting with someone or connecting with yourself, because it is on the karmic path. And I think this is where, you're coming into the last month before your birthday, so it tends to be a lot more emotional reflection than physical reflection. The material world is 2 months before your birthday. 1 month before your birthday is very much the emotional sort of relationships, that sort of thing, spirit, that sort of thing. And I think here is more than anything else, the karmic mission here for you is to really get in tune with that future Ace of Cups path that I think you should be following, and most people should be following it now. That sort of thing, simply because we're coming in. We've got Pluto and Aquarius and stuff like that, and it's a very creative time. It's a lot of all to do with humanity and stuff like that, and you're very good at that, actually, Leo. You've got this sort of crusade factor about you, that most other signs don't have. And yeah, I would go on this sort of like Richard the Lionheart, the Ace of Cups, that sort of thing. It's your calling in a way, and it's calling towards your heart. How's the universe? The universe is sort of saying fair exchange. They're sort of saying here, it's good to help other people, but don't forget to help yourself first. It's the same logic that I've been talking about in the logical evolution or the logical revolution that's happening across the world at the moment. And it's also like that same sort of thing when you get into aeroplanes. It's a case of, putting on your own mask before you help others. That's the sort of attitude that you should have. And that's in regards to your heart. And that's what the universe is trying to encourage you to do this week in regards to your relationships. So it's a time of probably taking it out, taking easy, not really getting too deep into subjects or situations with people that are around you that you love dearly, or you want to explore life a little bit more with. I wouldn't get too deep with it at the moment. If you want to get deep with yourself more than anything else. Yeah, this is your past guides and your past self sort of advising you. So you get the Temperance cards. Those two cups again. This is mulling it over, basically, and it's been coming up through you, and that's what's coming in from the past to your present, is that mulling over and understanding where you sit according to your heart, basically. So yeah, that's on the relationship front. I think it's really. I don't necessarily. There is a degree of self-assessment. Yeah, there is no doubt about that. But I also believe it's how you put yourself in and among your friends, family, community, your partner, you know, the relationships that really are that concern with you. How's your future self? There you go. Follow that cup. Start believing, opening that path. That's what a page does. A page goes forth. He opens up the path for the knight to come through to secure the path for the king and queen to come through. So the Page of Cups does this with his dreams and aspirations in a way, with his heart, and not necessarily believing in the impossible, but trying to reach the extreme or the boundaries of love and enjoyment and that sort of thing. He's also wondering about things. You know, he's looking listfully into that cup there, as you might well see. And he's looking at that fish and sort of saying, that fish can't live in water. You know, in that amount of water, just in that one cup. But he's also, you know, but it's happening. That fish is in that cup. And the idea is that the page here is, in order to make the fish live, you've got to increase the size of the cup. And that's what I think the energy and overall thing for you at the moment is. Explore your heart. Allow it to open up to you, yourself, first. Examine every angle on it. And once you understand it, start applying it to the world around you. See what works, what doesn't work, readjust, etc. It will make, seriously, it will make your life a lot easier and a lot happier. And it would make other things advance as well within your financial world. You know, financial, jobs, business and projects. Let's have a look on that side. I personally think, because we're coming into the last month before your birthday, I personally think it's pretty clear to you now how or what you want out of your job, your business and your projects. And now you're in this phase of testing it slightly out to see what works. And then once you hit your birthday, then you sort of put into action the plan. So what is the karmic message here? You get the Six of Cups here. Similar sort of thing, a fair exchange sort of scenario. It's a pivotal point, the six. It's the finite sort of situation. It's the arrival of a plan. It's the same here. It's understanding on the Six of Pentacles. Oh, blimey! On the Six of Pentacles, you know, it's the realization that in order to help others, you've got to be in a good place. And here is, in order to go forward, you have to recognize in your past what has been absolutely joyful and what didn't really come to fruition, because these are cut flowers. They're not going to provide fruit. So, you know, they're also really seed. There is some plants that do it even after cutting. But anyway, it's more of a case here of realizing what things in the past made you happy about that journey to get to where you are on your career path, on your business and your project. But also just to recognize the sort of things that didn't really come to fruition. And maybe you'd like to do them this year. But it is that sort of being in tune with your past. You know, we all look at life and we all look in the past, and there's some things we could have done better and some things we could have done worse. You know, that we're quite surprised about. Going, wow, I did really well there. Not a lot more than I expected. You know, and it's that sort of analysis. Be gentle with yourself and just sort of like allow it to actually help you rather than hinder you as you go forward. How's the universe? The universe is bringing in that change. It's bringing forward to your birthday season the death of old ideas that don't work, or old, you know, the as far as I can tell, is it the king? Yeah, the king is falling, and then the high priest is falling after that. You know, but there is a child that's there. It's nothing's happening to the child. It's like, you know, it's doing it, you know, because the child is looking at this and sort of saying, this is a new beginning. And that's what it's all about. It's recognizing what worked, what didn't work in the past, leaving certain things in the past, and encouraging other things to grow on your financial, your career path. How's your past guides? Yeah, I think abundance has been within you over this past 6 months. I think you've grown a lot within your career path, within your business and your job. You've certainly created a lot of recognition around you, where people are delighted to, that you're part of their team, or that they're working with your business, or, they're doing this project with you and stuff like that. And you have all this abundance, or this step up, as it were. You've got this advance now, and as you've got this advance, it'd be a good idea to try and, capitalize on it. By when I mean capitalize on it, I mean by like moving forward. So don't necessarily earning more money as yet, but getting further on your plan. Yeah. This is your future self. So we've now got a Knight here. We've got a Page of Cups here and a Knight of Cups. And they're both coming up in the same zone. So they're opening the path to success, or opening the path to joy and happiness on your relationship side. And this side here, the Knight is now securing your path. And it's all to do with that one cup. That's what I was saying earlier on. He's carrying that one cup. We've got, it's phenomenal, really. And that one cup as well on the Six of Cups. She's sharing that one cup with the child that's growing up, which is on the Death and Rebirth card. And here is the Knight that's coming in, is bringing forward security in the forms of offers, contracts, and stuff like that. That are that's going to make you happy. That's going to make you infused about the future. Really infused about the future. Six of Swords. We've now got 3 sixes on there. Yeah? 6 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Cups. Yeah? This is where the patience is going to come into play. I think this is a week here where you've got to try things out, but don't be definitive about it. Just learn about things, about how you apply yourself in life, how you apply yourself in your career, how life applies to you. Those sort of things according to your heart's desires, and you're going to get carried through. People they're going to help you through here. They're really going to help you through. So let's get on. Let's just see. Let's do some clarification here. Let's see what's going on with the Light Seers card. Yeah, 6 of Swords. There's that child again here, and it's like you bringing forth that child, and the overall energies, or even yourself here, is the one that's helping you in the future by doing this work now. So yeah, I think it's a very introverted week for you, but actually we get the Knight of Cups again. Just wanted to jump out. I'm going to take it. We're coming back to that sort of scenario. There is only one cup in your life. And that cup should be full. When it is full, then therefore you can then share that cup with everybody else around you. And this is, there's contracts, there's communications in here. There's not only just communications with the outside world, or with the material world, or within the relationships. It's also a communication with energy, where energy is sort of coming back and confirming things, like giving you little coincidences that help you out. They get you moving on. 2 of Cups, you get the 9 of Swords. This is when you come into alignment with yourself. You dispel all of those sleepless nights, worries, and repetitive nightmares within your life. So once you start getting in line with yourself, it's very easy to see situations that you kind of think, oh, that's a pain in the backside. That keeps coming back. But the moment you sort of look at it and then kind of realise, okay, I should have done that differently, and I would have preferred that out of the situation. That should have been better. The moment you realise that, and realise that there is some, there's also reflection that needs to be done on the other side. That's just the way it goes. There's never ever one side to the situation, but you can only deal with your side. So this is it. When you come into alignment with it, you will dispel any sort of like woes and worries within your relationships. And as I said, it'll make it a lot easier for you, Leo. Six of Pentacles, you get the Three of Pentacles, yes. I think this is where you position yourself in a way that you are in a good place. And when you do, people are going to recognize that and treat you accordingly. And they're going to recognize your excellence, your work, your well done, your manner, your control, your your maturity in a way. And then that's when you can really develop into connecting with other people on a very, very high level. A very sort of, I would say, very, very spiritual level in a way. Really good, clean spiritualism. Not getting into any hokey pokeys or anything like that. Getting into the nuts and bolts of spiritualism. The fact that we are part of something far greater than we can even fathom, because we're trying to understand ourselves. And understanding ourselves, you will understand everything. Because whatever's inside you is outside you. You're the portal. And as things go through you from the outside to inside, or even from the inside to the outside, you have an effect on it. That's what quantum mechanics is all about. And you can decide how you look at that split experiment. Therefore, that is that moment where you can create or co-create. With the Temperance, you get the Page of Wands. So Page of Wands leading into the Page of Cups. This is all to do with your enthusiasm for relationships, for people, your passion to be with other people, all of that sort of sense. That's what's sort of opening it up. Let's just see what's going on the Page of Cups here. What's opening up for you in this coming future? The Moon. It's going to ask you to explore parts of your heart that you would have never really uncovered unless you've taken the time out to do it. And if you do, I think you're going to be amazed at what you find, actually. Really beautifully amazed, actually. Where you can really discover parts of you that... there used to be an advert for an alcoholic beverages saying the BER. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it or anything like that on this channel. I'm not really techno savvy, me. And it says, it used to say, it's the bee that reaches parts that other bees can't. That sort of thing. And I talk about a bee. Here comes a bee. Yeah, sorry. So you're going to discover a lot of things about yourself that you didn't know really was there. And it could change you fundamentally. And that's what could be the Six of Swords is all about, going to calmer waters, because you're discovering a lot about your heart. Six of Cups. Eight of Wands. This message is coming in from the Knight of Cups, I think. This is your karmic message to actually engage with the interaction with the world around you in order to grasp the opportunities and the messages that come clear to you. And they are messages that come from the past as much as in your reality around you. How that past is affecting your future. That is the message that's coming through here. And how you look at the past honestly, straightly, and be honest with yourself, because there's no point otherwise. There really is no point. The rest is just an illusion then. If you're not honest with yourself, the rest is just an illusion. So once you're honest with yourself, you're going to get lots of wonderful information that's going to help you to progress enormously upon your path. So let's have a look at the Death card. You get Temperance. Yeah, I think this change is coming. I think this is where I was talking about earlier on, where you have to sort of try things out, see what's working. And being patient with yourself. This new cycle is turning up, and yeah, you've got to understand that not every time, the first time you try something, it's not going to go perfect. It might well do, and well done. Good, great for you. But, the majority of us, it's a little bit more like understanding that you've got you know, you've got to try things out and learn as you try things out. You know, with the Ten of Pentacles, you get the Queen of Cups. Absolutely amazing. Start radiating that abundance that you have built upon you, you know, over the past 6 months. Start radiating, using it as a real good buffer, as a tool of negotiation in your life in the material world. Material negotiates with material. That's why I like to do material and spiritual in a way, because they're two different things. They're yin and yang. You know, they're two different things. Like everything, it's two different things. And the radiating of this sort of like abundance that you've got within your material world, and using it as a bargaining tool in a way with life itself. You know, to further your career or your business or your projects. With the Knight of Cups, you get offerings of the sun, happiness. It's really weird. I did the readings about the monthly readings about June, and you got your monthlies coming out next week. You've also got the solstice readings out on our channel. And I was calling it Joyous June. And there was a really particular week where everybody seemed to be learning about how to be joyous. It's like we'd forgotten. And because these contracts and these sort of offerings and these connections with other people, and the fact that you're following your heart towards your heart's desires, and you're being happy about it, not everyone's going to get it. Not everyone's going to get it. And that's where you're going to have to go off towards your happy future, which may mean having different situations around you that are no longer, you know, that today's situations may no longer be with you in, say, like in the next year and a half. You know, it doesn't have to be conflictual at all. It's just following your heart, following the path, following the evident path, the Seven of Cups. And this is where you're heading. A very fortuitous ace card here. The rebirth of you. This comes from that death card as well. The rebirth and the opportunity to grow is coming your way. Once you sort of put yourself in that position, you're going to carry yourself through to some beautiful, beautiful climbs. They're going to be really nice for you. I think you're going to really enjoy it. You know. So, there you go, Leo. Thank you very much for being here, showing your support for this channel. Been absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I guess that's all that's left for me to say is, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.